We were together 27 years. We met, fell in love, built a home, and a family and a life together. Life pushes and pulls us in unexpected ways, and the marriage came to an end. Within 3 years, Peter was sick. The phone rang on February 13th. I'll never forget it. On the other end, I heard the words, "It's not good news." I remember sitting in the front seat of his truck, and he explained that his diagnosis had come back, pleural mesothelioma, asbestos cancer, stage 4. The nodules had presented in the lining of his abdomen. My response was, whatever it takes, we will get through this together. He was palliative from day one, and he was angry. He was so angry. He'd been one of those fortunate people that had spent his life healthy and fit. This palliative hospital, medical, oncological environment was completely foreign to him. I became his person again. I spent my days with him in his home. I took charge of shopping and laundry, housekeeping and his meals and his body care and his pharmacare and appointments, and his social excursions. His palliative team was assigned from the outset. They monitored his progress from the medical perspective, and I think they tried to give him the emotional, spiritual, and mental support also necessary. But he was a really private person, and he chose me for those roles. Despite all of this, I was deemed an outsider by the palliative care team because I was not living in his home, and I had been introduced as an ex-wife rather than a wife. It took time, conversation, and trust building, but eventually I became a member of the cohesive care team. It made it possible for me to care for Pete's living while he took care of his dying. Through it all, the ups and downs, we were able to have those end-of-life heart-to-hearts that actually turned out to be one of the gifts that I'm most grateful for. Although we grieved his and our family's loss during the entire journey, when the end did arrive 18 months after the beginning, it was shocking. Within 3 months, I was drowning. I needed help. I was sleeping a lot, eating peanut butter by the truckload. I found myself 8 years a professional life coach who couldn't even help herself. I didn't have the skills and resources to drag myself up. How had things become so turned around? The wheels on my little red wagon were definitely wobbly, and I finally looked at the brochure that they handed me on my last trip out of the hospital. And with shaky hands and a shakier voice, I made the call. Calgary's Grief Support Center provided the support and the care that I needed in order to be able to find myself once more. The experience of losing Pete changed us and our family forever. We look back with fondness, remembering the very best of who he was. We look forward with hope and gratitude mixed with the occasional grief burst that still seems to come out of nowhere. His name still comes up frequently as we tell the stories of his life, and we smile.